Sean and I started producing together. He's actually come on to work with us, and Sal and I have gone to the dark side and work with Sean. As you can tell, Sean is a great actor, but what you see on the screen is not what Sean is. Sean is really very quiet. He doesn't want to be anywhere. So let's be So Sean and I came up with this idea to work together, and we were trying to get all these shorts together. Trying to get all these filmmakers together to make this anthology film, and Sean was in charge.
Speed rolling.
Hey, okay. Here I am again, real quick. Horror and Coffee right here. Ralph Perez here with Jerry Landi again, right? And like I said earlier, we're in the first ever independent Bronx International.
The Reel Bronx International Film Festival.
Right.
Reel, R-E-E-L.
He says it real, right?
Reel,
R-E-E-L. You know, and it's such a great thing, Jerry, to see a weekend devoted to independent Bronx filmmakers. Not just filmmakers, but Bronx filmmakers. What's that about?
Oh yeah, well Mark and I, the guy who's holding the camera right there, we were at a film festival in Buffalo, and we met Raphael De Leon, who just showed his 2 movies here tonight.
Yeah.
And it was funny, I said, Mark and I have to travel 7 hours to the boondocks to meet a guy who lives on Pelham Parkway who makes films.
Right.
We were looking for filmmakers last year to do a project which we screened tonight, The Vault of Terror 2, and we met Raphael. So when Mark and I, we were in a bar one night, and I got drunk, and we were Mark didn't get drunk, I got drunk. Okay. We were bitching and moaning about like Bronx and all of this stuff, so we started talking about this, and Mark said we should start a Reel Bronx International Film Festival here in the hood. And we did. And Mark, myself, and Sal and Maury, the 3 of us got together and we created this really cool event. This is the 2nd day of it, and it's been a great success, a really great success.
Vault of Terror 2. It was pretty good. I give that joint like 4 coffee cups. It was like really good. Like it had all these different stories in it. It was like Tales from the Crypt, but in a more extreme version. It was like Tales of the Crypt filled with steroids. Filled with steroids. Like it was like crazy like that.
You mean on caffeine?
Yeah, high on caffeine. There you go.
Which they drank a lot of.
Yeah, right. Well, there you go. Horror and Coffee. So you know, how long did it take for you to shoot your parts in it?
My parts were a month and a half to shoot the 2 shorts, and then I worked a month in Brooklyn with Sean shooting the happening and the wraparound for it.
Oh, okay.
And Sean shoots a lot differently than I do. Sean's a guerrilla filmmaker, so Sean doesn't know if his actresses are coming up, and he grabs cameras and steals shots in the streets where we do things more on a professional level. So it was very funny. It was very funny stepping into the guerrilla.
In other words, we get insurance.
And it was really good getting into the guerrilla filmmaking style, which I started. I started as a guerrilla filmmaker, just stealing locations and stuff. Now I'm told I have to get insurance and do it the right way, so that's what we're doing. But Vault of Terror came from the Vault of Horror, Tales from the Crypt, all those anthology films from Hammer. And we said, why don't we do it and incorporate our films who are friends who are horror filmmakers and put them into it.
That is awesome. You see, this is what I'm talking about. See, don't say that the Bronx is kind of like a forgotten borough, because it is not, people. We got filmmakers here, we got good, scary movies. Okay? And if they're not that scary, they're at least very enjoyable to watch, because they are awesome. You know?
Well, I would offer from behind the camera that what makes it an international film festival is we've done better than any of the other film festivals. We have a major film that just played tonight, which was directed by Simon Pierce.
Judas Ghost.
Judas Ghost, which is a real film. It's all out in Europe and England and everywhere, and it's coming out, as you heard, from Simon Pierce, the director who was nice enough to send us an introduction. It's coming out here in the end of August, late summer, our summer. But we've got the first New York City premiere for it. So we scooped everything, yes. And I think that's right here, and we played it, and you could see it was genuinely scary.
It was.
And the greatest thing about it is we've shown all kinds of films here. We've shown comedies, love stories.
That's right.
You know, everything. And we've filled the place halfway or more than halfway into each screening. It's been great. The turnout has been great. People are eating this up and they love what we're doing. So it's been.
I like the candy they got. You got candy over there.
That's because we're making our own horror film. We're spreading diabetes.
Tomorrow everybody's going to wake up with the Ebola.
There you go. So, Jerry, thank you again for having us. You know, Mark, thank you. And, you know, this is an amazing thing, and I hope we get to see this again next year.
We will. We're going to make this
bigger and better.
We're going to make it bigger and better.
We're already working on it.
That's right. That's right. So, you know, guys and gals, You like your coffee, you know you like to drink it. www.hardcoffee.blogspot.com, and also the YouTube channel. Check it out. Comment below on what you think about the Bronx filmmakers, international. It's such a long term.
The Reel Bronx International Film Festival.
It's like 5 words there. I'm not gonna get that right. So until next time, guys. This is our coffee. Jerry Landi here again. The Krackoon dude.
Bloodmarsh Krackoon on DVD box.
That's right. And go get that awesome film. And until then, take care, guys.